You will fail selling on Amazon FBA if you sell the wrong products. In this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step tutorial on different product sourcing red flags and the types of products you want to avoid if you want to maximize profits and minimize mistakes to grow your Amazon business fast. My name is Miles. I've been selling products on Amazon FBA the past 5 years, and it's my goal to help you build a business or side hustle of your dreams this year selling name brand products on Amazon. Also, just want to let you guys know Q4 is about 2 weeks away, and if you're interested in unparalleled one-on-one access and mentorship with me, now's the perfect time to apply at the link in the description for my coaching program. If you want to work directly with me, be around other Amazon sellers crushing the game, you want my personal phone number, all my coupons, tips, and tricks, help along the way, take a look at that at the link in the description and apply for my coaching program. Let's jump inside my screen and take a look at the types of products you want to avoid selling Amazon FBA in 2024. So in order to do product research and product analysis correctly, you're going to need two different product research softwares. A lot of beginners think software to sell on Amazon is really expensive and complicated. It's really not. All you're going to need is two $20 per month tool each. So that's going to be SellerAmp right here, which is $20 a month. You can try it free on our website, selleramp.com. And Keepa right here as well. I have full tutorials on both of these on my channel. This is not going to be a full tutorial video specifically, but I just want to show you guys a couple examples of the types of stuff you want to go ahead and avoid. So the first type of listing you want to avoid selling on Amazon is listings that sell too slow. How do we go ahead and tell that? That's going to be the first metric is taking a look at the sales rank right here. We want to make sure we're selling products that have a good sales rank, which is typically going to be below 150,000 or 200,000 sales rank. And we want to make sure that the Keepa chart looks good. So for example, right off the bat, this listing has a bad sales rank, really low estimated sales per month. So I assume this probably doesn't sell well. And then taking a look down here on the Keepa chart, we can see it's really, really blocky. The price is trending down. The rank's really high. There's just overall not too much activity on it. And we can see, taking a look at the bottom Keepa chart, there's not really much movement. People aren't really selling out. People aren't even, coming into stock on this specific item. And you typically want to avoid really blocky Keepa charts, and especially really blocky Keepa charts like this where there's not really any movement and the price is trending down. So you want to make sure you avoid listings that sell too slow. And the way you're going to do that is by taking a look at the BSR, but much more importantly, taking a look at the Keepa chart. Because sometimes there'll be high sales rank products in big categories like shoes, clothing, jewelry, for example, that might have a 350K rank, but can still totally be moving. Taking a look at the Keepa chart specifically, this is not one of them. Little pro tip here, this does say private label. A lot of beginners will automatically avoid products that have the private label alert. However, what you need to do when you see the private label alert is take a look and see if the seller dominating this listing is the brand specifically. We can see the brand on this product is Yogi Tea right here. And if we take a look at the data BuyBox stats right here, we can see specifically that this is not the brand that's selling this product specifically right here. So we can see this is most likely not a private label product, so it appears to be carried by third-party sellers, but you definitely want to avoid listings that sell too slow. The next type of product you want to avoid selling on Amazon is listings that have IP complaint history. So the way we're going to actually identify that is by making sure and seeing if there's any big cliffs in the offer count on the Keepa chart. So the competition, aka the bottom chart. So if we take a look at this specific product right here, taking a look at the Keepa chart, we can see on the bottom, the competition's nicely floating along right here and then randomly just absolutely plummets one day. So this is an example of an IP complaint, aka the person who owns this brand decided to kick off all the third-party sellers. So that's why it's really important to take a look at the year-long and all-time data on specific products you're looking at carrying so you can make sure there's no random big cliffs, because sometimes there might have been an IP complaint 4 months ago and other sellers restocked it, which I don't think makes sense to do if you see IP complaint history, and it's just the brand hasn't processed an IP complaint since then. But in order to keep you safe, I would recommend taking a look at the year-long data and all-time data, just using these filters within Keepa and making sure there are not any specific IP complaints showing. We can see in this case, there is a massive example of a big cliff in the offer count, which shows that this listing most likely was IP complainant, and you want to avoid listings like this. I can also see that this listing is currently unavailable. A lot of people will automatically avoid listings with no sellers or listings with no buy box. Don't necessarily let that automatically make you avoid it. Something can be out of stock but have sold well in the past, and something cannot have a buy box but still be selling well, and that's going to come from taking a look at the Keepa chart. But when you see listings like this that have a massive offer count cliff, you want to automatically avoid those because those are going to be IP complaint products. The next type of product you want to avoid is listings that are tanking in price and massively shooting up in competition. So if we take a look at this listing, right off the bat, it has a good review count. It has 500 reviews. It's also got a pretty good sales rank, specifically right here. right? Really FBM friendly as well. Taking a look at that, a lot of merch filled sellers, right? But if we take a look at the Keepa chart here, we can see even if this product was profitable today, if we found it good today, we can see the offer count is shooting up and the price is shooting down on this product. So this is absolutely the type of product we want to avoid selling on Amazon, because we can see on September 10th, your boy's birthday, right? There were like 5 sellers, and today there's like 30 sellers, right? And it was like $60, and now it's like $40. So we can see competition shooting up, price is shooting down. This is absolutely the type of product we want to avoid selling on Amazon. And typically what causes price tanking is an item just being really easy to find. So now you guys know an example of the type of Keepa chart that doesn't look good from a price tanking and competition increase perspective. This is an example of the type of product that does look good and is a nice, healthy, consistent chart. So taking a look at this specific product right here, we can see it's largely been pretty stable. There's a nice trend of offer count that's overall trending down. We can see back in like June and July, it was in like the 10 to 20 seller range. Today it's got like 10 sellers. A couple days ago it had 7, for example, compared to about a month ago, had 17. It's nicely coming down. So overall, you want to make sure the products you're taking a look at have stable or decreasing competition on the bottom Keepa chart and stable or increasing pricing on the top Keepa chart specifically right there. By the way, too, when you get Keepa, it'll probably show 3 charts specifically right there. You want to make sure you hit sub ranks right here to take out that middle one. Personally, not a fan of that middle one. Occasionally, you might accidentally hit the less historical data right here and take away that bottom chart as well. I do recommend having the bottom chart showing so you can easily see the competition on the bottom chart and the price action, and make sure that the competition is stable or trending down, which we can see this listing totally sells well, good offer count movement as well, and it's trending down, and also does well from a pricing perspective. As we can see, price is nicely stable and even trending up in certain cases comparatively right there. So that's an example of a nice, healthy Keepa chart that is not price tanking or competition shooting up. The next type of product you want to avoid selling on Amazon, this is a huge mistake beginners make, is listings where Amazon's selling the product, but they're not really sharing BuyBox at all. So Amazon can totally be selling a product and be sharing BuyBox. I'm going to show you guys what that looks like too. However, if we take a look at this product, we can see Amazon's carrying it, right? And if we pop down here, we can see there's not really any offer count movement right here. Sure, it is low competition specifically, but you'll see listings all the time where there's like 17 sellers and it still looks really, really blocky like this. And Amazon's owning the entire buy box specifically right there. So that's a big mistake beginners make, is they'll buy stuff and think they can compete with Amazon and they can't. It's interesting, though, that some listings Amazon will totally share the buy box on. Luckily, it's really easy to tell when that's the case, and here's an example of it. So if we take a look at these slides right here, guys, we can scroll down to where Amazon's on it. Specifically right here, we can see like the past like 3 weeks, right? And see there's nice, healthy third-party offer count movement. We can see that Amazon's on this item, but there's still good third-party offer count movement. So if you compare it to this listing right here, where there's no third-party offer count movement, we can see Amazon's holding the entire buy box on this thing specifically, right? And we can see a bunch of sellers on this, but they're hopping up and down. They're restocking. Sellers are selling out. So we can realistically assume that this listing, enough of the buy box is being shared. There's no kind of one size fits all in terms of how much buy box share you want to see Amazon having. Personally, I like to go off the third-party offer count movement, because a listing can be a 300 rank, which is ridiculously good, and Amazon can be sharing 3% of it, and it can be fine. Or if a listing's an 80K rank and selling a little bit slower, Amazon's probably going to be after sharing 50% or more for it to show good third-party offer count movement. So don't automatically avoid listings Amazon's on. Make sure they're actually giving up buy box share and that third parties are selling out by taking a look here at the Keepa chart and verifying for third-party offer count movement and Amazon sharing buy box. Another type of product you really want to make sure you avoid is listings that are bad variations. So if we take a look at this specific product right here, we can see it's got a 4K rank, 5,000 estimated sales per month, but that's across the entire listing. If we take a look at the Keepa chart, we can see this is a really slow selling product. Taking a look at the Keepa chart, it's very blocky. Even though it has a good sales rank, that's not the sales rank for this specific variation. That's for the entire listing. So for example, this is like a funky color, could be a weird size, it's size 11, so that's not the case, right? But it makes a lot more logical sense that listings with common colors, right, and really common sizes are going to do better comparatively. So if we take a look at the variations chart here on Keepa, I would really recommend taking a sec and organizing your variations chart similar to mine. You're going to have to go way over here and drag over the offer history run. We can see right there. We can clearly see, if we take a look at the listings that sell the quickest, that have the most reviews, right, we can see This one is a very different story here, and it has really nice, consistent third-party offer count movement, and it makes perfect sense considering it's a black and white one, which is super common, for example. So the camo one was selling a lot slower, right? Super blocky. Meanwhile, this is a listing with the same sales rank on the same listing that sells significantly better, and you can see that by taking a look at the offer count movements right there. So make sure you're avoiding bad variation listings. So those are the types of products you really want to make sure you're avoiding when you're selling on Amazon. Otherwise, you're unfortunately probably just going to waste a ton of money and buy the wrong stuff. Also, just want to remind you guys, now's a perfect time to apply for my coaching program if you're interested and you want to be coached directly with me to scale your Amazon business up this Q4. Running out of time. Q4 starts in about 2 weeks. Make sure you take a look at that at the link in the description right there. Let me know any questions. Subscribe for more. Check out my full free course right here. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Thanks a ton for watching.